Hello students, welcome to Crack Grade B online learning platform. As you know that today RBI Grade B Phase 1 result has been declared. So most of the students have started the preparation for the Phase 2 and already those who were confident they were already studying for the ESI and FM and English for the Phase 2 exam of RBI Grade B, and those who have not yet started, and there are many students who are going to appear first time for this RBI Grade B Phase 2 exam. So this video is very helpful. We will share the in-depth strategy, and we are doing this based on our experience, exam experience. We have we are doing this based on the 3-year analysis and the real experience of the exam, that from where the questions are being asked, how the RBI used to ask the questions in phase 2. So it will be very helpful. You have to be very careful during the preparation as the time is less and there are so many chapters, so many data available, and so many content will be available at different platform, but you have to study selective content. You have to study quality material, not the quantity. So be careful during your preparation, otherwise it will be very difficult to score good marks in the phase 2 exam. So in this video we will discuss for the ESI part, and in second video we will discuss for the FM part. So it is our analysis. We have already done a detailed analysis on our YouTube channel earlier video, that from where schemes are being asked and from which topic and what marks are allocated to its different sections. So government schemes till date approximate 30 marks average are being asked from the government schemes questions. Basically will be paragraph based. You will be given a paragraph. Based on that you have to answer the questions. Second, questions related to current affairs. This is a major part, approximate 60 marks out of 100. So you can see that 90% questions are from current affairs, government schemes. Current affairs mainly will be asked from the economy, finance, social issue, budget, economic survey, for monetary policy, fiscal policy, not from the sports. Some platforms I've seen that they used to recommend sports, defense, science and technology. These are the RBI have never asked such questions, so don't waste time. So it is also very important to select the content from where you are going to study, and your guidance will also help. You need personal guidance, or you can prepare your own. So we are providing personal guidance as well with our course also. And the static concept 8 20 marks in 2018 and 14. These were very basic questions were asked from the static, not in depth. So simple questions were asked. So you can see the papers of previous years, that is available at our website also, and we can share it based on request that PDF. These are our courses RBI Grade B, including new pattern course. It is including mocks. We are providing 2499, that mocks will be similar to RBI pattern, and our mocks are unique in the among all the platform. NABARD grade course also, those who are not successful, then NABARD is coming soon, most probably in the March end or April. It is the notification will be released. Definitely will be released grade A and grade B vacancies. So 2499 is the cost. RBI Grade B Phase 2 English mocks are there. 2999 is the cost. You have to register at the website and subscribe the courses. So we will discuss the topic wise that is given in the syllabus. That first topic is growth and development, measurement of growth, national income and per capita income. So questions are being asked every year from this chapter. You can see the marks of the questions were asked from this chapter in 3 years, 2017, 18, 19, and we will do this analysis, and we will tell the topics for what topics and from what content you have to study, what things you have to take care from these topics in a fast manner. So national income, per capita income, you have to study the basic concept of GDP, gross national product, NNP, NDP, all these things you have to study. And basic concept you can do from any book like NCERT, Ramesh Singh, or Indian Economy by Vivek Singh, that is freely available at our Telegram channel, at our social media platform. That concept you can easily clear from this that book, Indian Economy by Vivek Singh. So national income, per capita income, you can easily learn from the basic concept. anyone who is reading first time, that person can learn from that book, Indian Economy by Vivek Singh, chapter first. I think first chapter is this. You have to read only the concept of national income and per capita income and GDP, all these things. And second thing, you have to visit the Ministry of Static Program Implementation website and also release the data of GDP. Recently, the advanced estimates were released with reference to the 2021 and 2022. So the data is given. So that is very important data. Many times the questions are asked from the Indian GDP estimates by NSO, and paragraph based questions were given. So that is also very important. So you can read basic concept from this book, and NSO website you can cover the data related to GDP. Next chapter is poverty alleviation and employment generation. So basically you have to cover the first thing, you have to cover the static part. Static part is that different type of poverty line related committee were made. So all those committee, you must be aware about those and basic things. Who was the head of that committee, and what was the recommendation of that committee? Only you have to learn. Any definition related to poverty and unemployment related types of unemployment you have to read in static part, and all the schemes related to poverty alleviation and employment generation, these are available in our course. We have covered all the schemes. Like you can do the scheme of Ministry of Rural Development mainly, and Ministry of Housing and Urban Elevation, that you can do, and all other important schemes related to employment generation and poverty alleviation you can do in this chapter. You have to study those schemes only, and no need to study every schemes. Basically focus on the flagship schemes. Most important schemes are the flagship schemes, as there are number of schemes. So you cannot, no one can remember all the schemes, as that questions are being asked in depth. So I will advise you to do selective schemes, means flagship schemes. If you are preparing, then you can easily rule out the schemes which are very important or which are not. So I will advise that, like if you are studying Ministry of MG Narega, and some students ask about the old schemes. So old schemes are being asked from the current existing schemes. This scheme relevant to this, suppose MG Narega is merged from any other schemes earlier. Before MG Narega, some other scheme was there, they were converted to, then those schemes were converted to MG Narega. So those old schemes are important. So basically, and those old schemes you don't have to study in depth. You have to get basic idea what was the scheme when it was launched, and what was the main work done under that scheme, or what was the main points of that scheme you have to learn. So these are the main two ministry. And next is sustainable development and environmental issues. Sustainable development, you have to SDG goals, sustainable development goals by UNDP, United Nations Development Program, that is very important. SDG index by Niti Aayog is very important. Environmental issue, that Ministry of Environment, Indian government ministry, that is Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. From there you can study the environmental issues, and SDG goals are very important. So you don't have to spend much time. That selective, you can do the study of SDG and environmental issue from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And next is economic reforms in India, industrial and labor policy. In this you have to study the history, that you can do from NCERT book, or this book Indian Economy by Vivek Singh. From that you can also learn. And the recent labor code, that 4 codes were recently launched by the government of India. There was some amendment in earlier policy, or labor policy and industrial policy, and these are 4 codes. Highlights of these 4 codes are very important. Easily you can find, I think in this book also available, Indian Economy by Vivek Singh, and also available in Google. Easily you can learn specifically the highlights. And also EPF related and ESI related, data, you must be aware that EPF is applicable for which organization and ESI is applicable for which one. Specifically the income criteria, that worker having income less than 15,000, or for ESI I think it is 21,000. So such type of data is being asked, so you have to read such data only. And next is monetary policy and fiscal policy. Concept of monetary policy, fiscal policy, that you can read from Indian Economy by Vivek Singh. Book is available in our Telegram channel at without any cost. That PDF of book, this book is on, this is the latest book based on the current affairs and economy by Vivek Singh. You can see the 20 marks question and monetary policy basic concept and the RBI monetary policy committee related things you have to cover. Many times in ESI paper the monetary policy committee related questions were asked, so that is also very important. Monetary policy committee you have to study in the details, what is the composition, what are the recommendation, and recent latest monetary policy committee report you have to study the highlights of the monetary policy committee report. Next is the globalization, opening up of Indian economy, balance of payment, export import policy. I think this part is not no more in the syllabus. So globalization, opening of Indian economy, balance of payment, export import policy, Niti Aayog. So in this chapter you can also do this static part from the Indian economy. Basic things you have to study, not in depth, and that you have to get an idea that what was the reforms in Indian economy like 1991 and current reforms if any, and export import policy is already expired in 2021, that 2020, but it was extended to 2021. Now new policy is going to be, but you can, I don't think that from previous export import policy the questions will be asked, but FDI policy is important. FDI related to banking sector and MSME sector and insurance sector, credit, NBFCs. From these financial banking companies related FDI limit you must be aware. FDI status in India you must be aware. Export import you have to read the export import highlights that is available in the economic survey also, and the Exim Bank report is the annual report. You can easily find the export import data, how to which country India is exporting highest and from which country India is importing highest, what are the material that is top 5 export, top 5 imports. Such things you have to learn, and has been asked repeatedly in many times in like IBPS exams, specifically RBI NABARD. So these are the basic things you have to take cover. Niti Aayog website is very important. Last 1 year report of all index and report of Niti Aayog is very important. I think SDG index is due and that can be released anytime, or otherwise if it is not released before RBI exam, then you have to do the last SDG index. And recently Innovation India Innovation Index was asked, so the last 1 year report of Niti Aayog is very important. Every news related to Niti Aayog, so website, Niti Aayog website, you can learn from the Niti Aayog website. Composition of Niti Aayog members, who is the CEO, who are the other members of Niti Aayog, and when it was established. So all these things you must learn if you are appearing in the exam. Export import highlights you can cover from economic survey this year is given. Also from this static concept you can do from this Indian economy website. Also Exim Bank report you can refer, there are given the export import highlights. And FDI data you can find from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry website. And FDI status in India means last 6 months how much FDI foreign direct investment is done to India, inflow to India. So that is available on RBI website as well as Ministry of Commerce and Industry website. So these things of you have to study in this chapter, and that 12 marks were asked, questions were asked in 2019, 13 also, 18 also 13 marks, and 17, 14 marks were asked. So these are the very important chapters. Specifically export import highlights, export import policy is not much important, but export import highlights is very important. FDI policy, what are the FDI limits in specifically banking sector, And recent change, if it is in news that FDI, there is any FDI change, that is very important, specifically that insurance companies that were proposed in the budget. So that question is likely to be asked in this exam, that insurance policy, insurance companies FDI limit was hiked. So international economical institutions, IMF, World Bank, WTO, and Regional Economic Cooperation, these are very important. IMF, World Bank, WTO, REC. You have to study the history when it was established, who is the last member of these institutions, where is the headquarter, and India is a member of or not when India joined this organization, and what are the different reports released by these organizations, that is also very important. And in last 3-4 months, whatever report is being released by these institutions are important. Not the all the report are important for the RBI grade B exam, as we have seen that as a number of students used to ask that some platform are providing 100 200 reports to them, that is important or not for RBI grade B phase 2 exam. Actually, that is the main issue. Students don't know what to study. Actually, the selective content you have to study, and the very flagship reports are important. Not all reports are important for the RBI grade B exam. In addition to this, IMF, World Bank, WTO, we recommend Asian Development Bank, OECD, and UNCTAD, and UNCTAD and WEF, World Economic Forum, and ILO. But what you have to study from these institutions also, that any report related to India in last 3-4 months, specifically to GDP, any other social issues like labor, migration, and gender. So these are the reports which are important only. Not all the reports are that has been asked in last 1 year. All reports are not important. In last 3-4 months, reports which are been released by these institutions related to India, specifically to India. Any famous world institution is releasing any report related to India, specifically in last 4 months. That is important. Not you can ignore the reports before 6 months. But few reports like this year, ease of doing business is not released. So that is important from previous year. HDI, very important report. You have to cover this report, that 100% chances are there that the HDI can be asked. So recently IMF have predicted India GDP. So GDP related report are very important. Every year they used to ask the question related to India's GDP. So you have to cover all these things, and the specific report and everything we are covering in our content. Next is social structure in India, multiculturalism, demographic trends, urbanization and migration. So urbanization and migration related different definition, static part you can cover. It is not much important, but you can also do that as EC. Socio-economic caste census 2011 is very important every year. Mostly every year they used to ask the question from the SEC. 2016, 17, 19, 18 they did not ask, but socio-economic caste census is very important. Sometimes they can ask from the urbanization and migration related definition, and migration related data, if any report some reputed world organization, that's important. And next next topic is gender issues, social justice, positive discrimination in favor of underprivileged. So mainly the government schemes are being asked from this topic. So you have to study the government scheme gender issue, specifically Ministry of Women and Child Development, Social Justice and Welfare Empowerment Ministry, Ministry of Minority Affairs, Tribal Affairs. These are the very important ministry. You have to study the specifically social justice and empowerment. We are observing that since last 3-4 years, every year they are asking the schemes from the social justice and empowerment ministry. So you have to cover the most important schemes from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. For the schemes, you can refer only the official website of the ministry, government's website of that relevant ministry. And actually that schemes are being asked in depth, so you have to study the schemes in depth, and that is available only on the relevant ministry website, not on Vision IAS or other websites. So that will not help you. You will not be able to answer the question. Otherwise, you have seen in the phase 1 that questions were asked in depth. Social movement, Indian political system, human development, HDI is important related to this. And HDI you have to study in the detail, like what are the components, and what are the various component of this index, and who is the topper at world level, who is, what is the India's rank, and India has performed, what is the rank of India in different components of this index, and where India have performed well and where India have done very bad or worst in this index. Social movements, some famous social movement you can study in the static part, and recent farmer movement is very important. What are the organizations which are involved in this farmer movement? So that is very important. Indian political system, basics of Indian political system you must be aware, like constitution, our parliamentary system, president, prime minister, and governor related these things. Every year 1 or 2 marks is being asked. So this year number of marks has been reduced, so maybe there may be possibility that question may not be asked, but you have to take care of every single mark, so you can study the basic things, don't go in depth. Social sectors in India, health and education is very important. All the schemes related to health, Ministry of Education, specifically education policy, national education policy is very important for this, and the index related to education that are very important. Ministry of Education's latest schemes that are very important for this chapter, and Ministry of Health schemes, and NFHS 4 data, National Family Health Survey 4, and 5 data is not much important, as data is released for every state, not a compiled report has been released, means India level data is not yet released, so you will not be able to remember all the data. So I will not recommend to read NFHS 4 5. So NFHS 4 is very important, and recently SRS bulletin, that is very important for this health related. SRS bulletin was released related to India's health statistics. National Health Policy 2017 is important. National Health Policy 2017 targets are very important. So these things you have to cover in the health and education, and the schemes you can do from the ministry website, and you have to study the, and there are not much scheme in these ministries, but you have to study the specifically flagship schemes like PM Arogya Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, and Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, that is important scheme for education, and national health policies, like questions from national health policies likely to be asked. So even descriptive questions can be asked on the national education policy, and specifically priorities and recommendation of economic and survey and union budget you have to study, that is available at Ministry of Finance website, economic survey and union budget. So you can go through the economic survey and union budget. Union budget is most important, and number of questions we can expect from the union budget, and question can be asked what are the various recommendation given in the, what are various feature or highlights of the union budget specific to any sector. They can ask like agriculture sector, MSME, and health, or compiled highlights. They can also ask for that what are the main highlights of the union budget, what are the main highlights of the economic survey, or they can ask for to 11 chapters in economic survey like health, exports, agriculture. So you can study the gist of that every chapter that is available in the economic survey itself. Indian money and financial markets, that is also the chapter of finance, financial market like capital market, primary market, secondary market, money market, forex market. These basic things you can cover from the Indian economy by Vivek Singh, easily available, also available in our content. And relevant news that are from last 6 months, at least current affair, you have to cover. And role of Indian banks and Reserve Bank in the development process. So RBI function you have to study. You can do from the RBI website itself, and also available in this book, Indian Economy by Vivek Singh. You can get a idea about the concept of the RBI in development process, public finance, political economy, industrial development in India. You have to cover the specifically that current related like MSME related data, MSME related schemes, and any other schemes and initiative by government of India related to industrial development. That is very important. And public finance related concept you can study from this book, Indian Economy by Vivek Singh. This book is easily available at our Telegram channel, the PDF of that book, and that is based, that also contain the current affairs. And in current affairs and miscellaneous part, you have to study the 6 months current affairs related to economy, banking, and finance. That covers various reports, index, and various data released by the government institution and world institution. And current affairs also include the RBI circulars, so important RBI circulars that sometimes can ask in the ESI part as well as in the finance part, that is important. So you have to study these things in every chapter. No need to go here and there and to study other things that we have recommended in every chapter, that you need to study those one. And apart from these, we will also tell you the highlights that you have to take care, specifically what things you have to take care based on the experience. All schemes launched in last 4 months at least, or you can do 6 months also. And Atmanirbhar Bharat is very important. It can be asked specifically Atmanirbhar Bharat 1, 2, 3, and latest one, whatever be related to the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that initiative. And when descriptive question can be asked, that what is the steps taken by the government of India under Atmanirbhar Bharat for MSME, agriculture, or to revive Indian economy, and what are the different steps taken by the RBI also. They can ask what are the different steps taken by RBI to revive the Indian economy. Ministry of Education schemes, flagship schemes, not we will not recommend to complete all the schemes, and flagship scheme and relevant old scheme to that flagship scheme. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare schemes, poverty elevation, employment generation related. Ministry of Rural Development, Housing, Urban Elevation. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Ministry of Labor and Employment. Schemes related to minorities, SC/ST, Divyangs, tribal. Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Minority Affairs, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Scheme to Industrial Sector, MOMSME, SIDBI website is very important. National Small Industrial Development Corporation, NSIDC. And Ministry of Finance schemes, and schemes related to rural sector, farmer, water resources, Ministry of Rural Development, Panchayati Raj, Jal Shakti, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Ministry of Women and Child, and Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. These are the main important schemes. If anything is important left, then you can also tell us. I think majority of the schemes, ministry of that schemes can be asked from these ministries and have been asked previously from these ministry only. Very rare has been asked from other ministry, but mostly these schemes are being asked from these ministry only. So you have to take care the schemes from these ministry only. I will recommend, if you have less time and you have to score good marks, so concentrate on these ministry only, and schemes which are in news in last 6 months, though you can cover that. Scheme referred in Atmanirbhar Bharat Budget Economic Survey, you can read all those schemes. You have to read in depth also. The most important schemes we can refer, like some schemes example are like flagship schemes are PMEGP, PMKVY, PM Ayushman Arogya Yojana, MG Narega. Like this are the flagship schemes, and we are covering every relevant ministry wise scheme in our content, and that is very helpful for this exam. And current affair related content we talk like 4 months, you can do 6 months, as in phase 1 we have seen that they have asked old schemes, old current affairs. So news related to health, education, women, children, rural sector, water, sanitation, poverty, employment, economy, finance, and this sector are export import related. All these things, all these news are very important for this RBI Grade B phase 2 exam, specifically to ESI. And monetary policy related current data that is available in RBI website, and steps taken in monetary policy meeting that is also available in RBI website. MSME related data like contribution to GDP, export, and latest news, that is also you can get from the MSME website. And one more thing I want to tell you, the students, those who are not maybe not aware, Champion portal is very important. Champions portal, most of the schemes related to industrial sector development is available at this website. You can easily learn then various steps taken by the government of India related to industrial development, specifically to MSME is there on this portal. Easily you can cover, and schemes are given in detail, everything is available there. It is very helpful for specifically to industrial sector. Labor laws and updates in labor law, I have already told that 4 labor codes highlights you have to study. ESI-PF Act, ESI and EPF Act related things. Agriculture related data like contribution to GDP, export from ministry website you can get, and news also. Export import latest highlights, I have told you that from Ministry of Commerce and Industry also available, and Exim Bank website. FDI related data also available in Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So Exim Bank annual report, it contains the export import highlights. Economic survey also contained about the export import. Consumer price index, wholesale price index, index of industrial production, index of hit core industries, latest data from the NSO, and economic advisor of Ministry of Commerce and Industry website, it is available. So you have to study the latest data and the composition of these index, what are the main component, also the data related to what is the CPI, means in latest CPI, latest WPI, latest IIP, latest index of core industries, and in this sector, in these components you have to also read the data in depth, like in which component there is improvement as compared to the previous one. FDI inflow outflow related data, already told that from the Exim Bank and Ministry of Commerce and Industry RBI website you can do. Various committee news in last 4 to 6 months. Latest GDP related to data of World Organization, latest GDP related data of government organization, NESO, Exim Bank, RBI. Environment, renewable energy sector related latest news, specifically to Paris Climate Agreement related news, SEC 2011 and Census 2020 related 21 related important data you have to study. And SEC 2012 is available at SEC 2012-11 website. FRBM, Finance Commission, Fiscal Policy, Monetary Policy, GDP, GNP, NDP, NP, CPI, WPI, IPI, GST concept you have to study. Any recent news and GSTN website you can refer for GST related important things. Latest Finance Commission report and compare to this report to earlier Finance Commission report. FRBM review committee related data is important. Fiscal policy, monetary policy, specifically budget deficit, means fiscal deficit and revenue deficit targets are important. Finance Commission report is very important. Poverty and employment related definition already told. Urbanization, migration related important definition and data. Social movement, important Indian political system. These are the important data you have to cover. And these are things, the questions are mainly asked from these topics only. And one more thing, that sometimes private organizations report are news specifically to private organization reports are those are only those are important reports which are related to the social issues. Like if any report they have predicted gender issues related data and water, sanitation, health related data, that sometimes is being asked in single marker questions. So that is data related to India is only important. No need to study the data for other country. In every report you will find a lot of data that for other country also, but you have to study only the topper of that index, which organization releases the index, what are the components, what is the India's performance, and what are the components, and in each component how India has performed, and the best part of that index related to India, and the worst part means in which component India has performed very well, and in which part of that index India has performed in worst. So these are things you have to cover, and these are the means all the if you are covering these things you can easily score good marks. And also specifically descriptive type I will tell you, if you are studying these concepts and basic things, and that Indian economy by Vivek Singh book will be very helpful if you want to study for this descriptive type questions. And mainly the questions will be linked to the current affairs specifically in descriptive part, and no need to worry that some tough questions will be asked. Simple essay type questions will be asked, like what is the role of Atmanirbhar Bharat in Indian economy, and what are the main features of budget economic survey, and role of RBI in controlling inflation. Like this they can ask such questions. And in our course we are providing in detail question answer format also for descriptive paper, as well as the mock objective type mock test also included. And all content and related data, these type of data is covered in our content, so no need to refer any other book or any other source. Very specific content we are providing, and specific schemes also. So these are our courses for different exams, and already told that these are the courses. RBI Grade B Phase 2 ESI and some new pattern courses including mock test. It will cost you rupees 2499. That is the most economical courses, and first and third highest marks in RBI Grade B Phase 2 was scored by our candidates only, our students only. Now our grade A course also providing 2499. That is due in upcoming months. Notification is expected in March and or April. So you have to register the website and subscribe the courses. Also provide the personal guidance to students, those who are preparing, and those who are first time appearing in this exam. It will be helpful because they don't know how to prepare, how to proceed for this exam, what to study, as the lot of data will be available in the content at different platform, Telegram, you at Google. You will find number of things, number of books, but you have to study selective content and you can easily score. And share this video who are preparing for the RBI Grade B exam. And this analysis, these are these things we are recommending based on our experience of real exam experience. And you can also go through the previous year paper available at our website under previous year papers section, or you can also seek, you can also write an email to us for this question papers PDF, and share this video to all those candidates who are appearing in RBI Academy Phase 2. Subscribe our channel. Thank you and happy